Hi guys, it's Narelle Cook from Canine, and if you've got a dog with kidney disease, then I absolutely recommend that you join me for this week's Thursday's Thought. So there's a couple of papers I want to touch on today. This first one is quite old. It was published in 1998, but it was done on dogs, so really valuable information. So they were looking at the beneficial effects of chronic administration of dietary omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids in dogs with renal insufficiency. So what they did, they had three groups of dogs and they're all fed like a low-fat base diet, and then each group had their base diet supplemented with either fish oil, which provided omega-3 fats, safflower oil, which is really high in omega-6 fats, or beef tallow, which is a rich source of saturated fats. And then the study went for 20 months, which is a decent amount of time, which is great. So basically what they found was that the safflower oil was just the worst for kidney function. So I'll just read the conclusion, that'll be easier. So we conclude that supplementation with omega-6 fatty acids actually enhanced renal injury. Supplementation with omega-3 fatty acids was renoprotective, so protective of the kidneys. So that's just really interesting. I just love that. And if we jump forward now to 2022, this was based on human data, but what I love about it is they actually combined 19 studies from 12 different countries that included over 25,000 participants, and looking at the association between omega-3 fats with incident chronic kidney disease. They even highlight that, what is already known on this topic. We know that animal studies have shown that omega-3 fats have beneficial effects on kidney function, but the question they were asking, does this translate into humans as well? So what they found was that higher seafood or marine derived omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acid levels were associated with a lower risk of incident chronic kidney disease, but they didn't find that for plant-derived omega-3 fatty acids. So this just goes back to another Thursday's Thought that I did, that actually compared plant and marine sources of omega-3 fats in terms of the omega-3 index, which is measuring the amount of those fats actually in the cell membranes. And the marine sources were always significantly higher than the plant sources. And we know that's because that alpha-linoleic acid that comes from plants doesn't really get converted through to EPA and DHA in our dogs. We convert it very poorly, and our dogs, pretty much once they're weaned, don't convert it at all. So that's why, products such as Antinol are just so beneficial for so many different conditions that our dogs experience. So yeah, I will always recommend Antinol for dogs with chronic kidney disease. I think it's just great. And now, you can see the research is behind the benefits of omega-3 fats in those situations. Other things that we need to look at is diet. So a lot of commercial kibbles are disproportionately high in omega-6 fats, and we've just seen that that is actually detrimental to kidney function. The other problem with kibble is that it's a dry food. What our dogs need most if they've got kidney disease is a high moisture diet. So that's where a raw food diet or a cooked food diet, like a home prepared diet, is just hugely beneficial. So number one step, get off the commercial kibble if you have a dog with kidney disease. If you look at some of the supportive supplements, I've mentioned Antinol, super safe, no contraindications with prescription medications. The other one is the PEA plus. So there's some good evidence that PEA is beneficial and protective and can restore kidney function when there's been damage. Again, that's a super safe product. No cautions or contraindications with prescription medications. There's growing evidence for milk thistle's benefits for kidney cells in a similar way that it is protective of liver cells. So we all know how great milk thistle is for our liver, but there's growing research to show that it could be just as beneficial for our kidneys as well. So we've got that in the pure milk thistle. And then finally, just from a more traditional perspective of, like supports like, would be our organic freeze-dried beef kidney. So I know a lot of pet owners and even vets who stock the range will recommend the freeze-dried kidney powder for dogs that do have kidney disease. So there you go, a few little tips on what you can do differently for your dog. If you're still not sure, please reach out to us at info@canineceuticals.com.au and we'd love to help you out. So thank you for another week, and I'll see you next week.